Well, good evening, everybody. How we all doing? I've already got Shiny in the. I've already got Shiny in the Discord. If anybody else would like to join, who's in Discord, please do. If not, we'll be painting while chatting. How you doing, Shiny? I don't think they heard me.
I was taking some medications. Hello, everybody.
Sorry about that. I should have warned you I was starting.
Yeah, well, you damn near makes me choke on my pills, so
Sorry about that, hon.
it's all good. And you would have thought I would have had this shit ready at fucking uh,
To
8, but
to be fair, in my hubris, I went, "Oh, I should be able to get home by 5 o'clock like normal, and get the model cleaned up and primed before 6 o'clock, or 6:30."
it was at this moment he knew, or they knew, they fucked up. Now let me get Twitch going on my TV.
Yep, I'm getting the camera set up, so this will take a second.
You ready? Aha, there it is. I hate when my Fire TV rearranges my stuff without me knowing.
Yeah, I don't know why smart TVs like to do that.
Okay, pink for the hair. Green for the skin. Wafflesh for the freckles.
Oh, does she have freckles? Oh, yeah, she would.
I'm not doing them on the face. Fuck that.
Thank you for the crab rape, Lurka. Okay, camera's working. I don't know what the hell happened yesterday because I'm watching the stream right now and I'm keeping it around a cool 9% on CPU usage. Something glitched out. That was weird. Because yesterday it cut out after like 16 minutes into the stream, and then I went fine for almost 2.5 hours, and then it just died, and I came back for like another 10.
Yeah, well, as per usual, the Matrix has got to glitch out.
Yeah. Honestly, like I said, I'm keeping an eye on it. As long as it doesn't go over 15, I think we'll be fine tonight.
Okay, do I...
Because that's the only thing I could think was the stream going out. It's just weird it didn't tell me it was going out. So I'm wondering if maybe it was on something on Twitch's end.
Alright, yellow and brown are complementary colors.
Yeah.
Now, the real question is, do I use snakebite leather for the belt, or do I use that other one that looks like leather? Hold on.
You should have darkened, hardened leather from the speed paints.
Yeah, well, I don't want the shit to reactivate. I've been running
Fair enough.
reactivate activation issues. Gorgrunta is the other color I'm thinking of using for a leather. Yeah, and I want to make sure my fan isn't blowing directly at me because it's gonna dry out my paints while I'm painting. It just doesn't help that it's been hotter than sin here recently. Yeah. Done. Just a heads up, I'm still blind, by the way. Mm. I'd say go Hexray, but yeah. Yeah. Again, still blind, by the way. Yeah. Bearing in mind, I am trying not to sweat my pillows off, we'll just say. And the cool part of this fan, it's one of those big ass Costco fans. More or less. Yeah, it's the one I have too. Oh, much better. Whew. Mm. Did you go the uh, thick or extra thick? Because I didn't hear you. Ah. All right, let me turn on my studio lights. Even though that's going to be a bad idea. That's going to heat up the room another 20 degrees. If you ever get styrofoam from moving stuff, or whatever those soundproofing panels are. I didn't know command hooks buffered sound. Oh. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah, quilts will do the same thing. If you double them up, that is. Yeah. And I don't have that issue considering I own my own place. Oh, here's a thought. Do you have any big, like, poofy coats? So, uh, do you know those long hooks that you see at, like, Goodwill? Like the long, where they hang the hangers normally. Occasionally they'll throw one that's only slightly damaged in the dumpster. Yeah, or take one of those, whatever you call them. You normally put them up for like drying clothes indoors. Well, not even a clothesline. Like I'm talking one of those folding up clothes racks. They've got maybe like what 20 to 30 uh, rungs on them. Uh, yeah, I'd say get 4 of those and hang some coats over them. Towels, yeah. Okay. But are you all the way at the back of the? I'm pulling you up on my TV, but it seems like you're all the way at the back of the. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, at least on the purple site, we'll just say. um, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was mid thought. Um, oh, and then they had issues with that one pixel Twitch. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until you like actually get paint on her. Yeah. Well, thankfully I deliberately scheduled myself today. That way nobody could bother me. Pretty much, I told my friends, unless it's of cataclysmic proportions, I don't care. Question. You know what Magma Droth uh, looks like, right? Yes, GW. I think Charizard orange. I'm thinking of using that for the base. Or not the base, the smoke. Again, either that for the smoke or the one of the stripes on her hat. Yeah, because I'm gonna do the outer stripe of her hat with a Phoenician purple. I'm wondering if Filar Glacier will be too pale. You know what? Fuck it. If I... Oop, yeah, you're talking to somebody else. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Ooh, Twitch is hiccuping. Another bad lag spike. You gotta remember I'm seeing this on a delay, so. Maybe you need to lower your bitrate. Then again, are you having like abnormal weather out there? Yeah, you're fine now, at least on my end. You're painting the tail feathers now. Mm. God, every time I hear the word wasted, I think of, no, that one movie with fucking Adam Sandler and Paul Blart. Or not Paul Blart, I can't remember the guy's actual name. The fucker that played in King of Queens. It was like Adam Sandler, the Paul Blart actor, and one other, like, you could tell they were just getting all the big name celebrities to sell the movie. Yeah, Kevin James, yeah. So yeah, it was Kevin James, Adam Sandler. Can't remember the name of the movie for the life of me. But it was just like, I know a guy had like rented a caddy to impress his friends after not seeing them for years or whatever. And I know they made a shitty sequel to it as well. Oh, Adam Sandler isn't bad in most of his movies. Yeah, and when he actually puts effort in, like Click wasn't bad. Grown Ups. There we go. Seriously, they made a third movie. Oh, for fuck's sake! Good. Not like that one needs to be driven into the dirt. Considering how cringe Adam Sandler seems to be getting. Well, then I think he stopped giving a shit after Grown Ups 2 nearly flopped. Also, another old movie that really hasn't aged well at all. Uh, Ace Ventura. That's the Wa flesh. Yes, I'm using that for the boob freckles. Fair enough. You might want to pick that pot back up because GW, they can't design shit for anything. Yeah. Also, that Wa flesh, it may work surprisingly well considering the green I'm using is Mantis Warrior. You know how pale Mantis is, right? It's it's not quite I'd say it's a shade lighter than Orc Flesh for Army Painter. Damn it, now you're making me second guess myself. Yeah. Well, in my case, the um the striking scorpion is like a goblin that hasn't seen sunlight in a while versus or not Mantis, striking scorpion is a goblin that hasn't seen sunlight in a while versus Mantis warriors, they've been in the sun constantly. Yeah. Yeah. What? I was saying, what do you, what color? Question. Do you think Warpstone would make a good highlight? The one you used on that one Peachy mini. Warpstone Glow, correction. Yeah, because what I'm thinking of doing a base of uh, striking scorpion, uh, then doing a Waflesh for the freckles, doing a wash on the skin, and then highlighting the uh, I wouldn't say where the hat doesn't shade it, but like where you would notice light hitting the boob or pillow, correction. Well, it's just like, yeah, I'm generally pretty careful. What colors do you have for purple? Bearing in mind delay. Hive Dweller is really damn dark. Turn it. I can't see the label. Yeah, the Phoenician is what I'm going to be using on the rim of the hat. Yeah. What is that, the Leviathan purple, or is that Leviathan? No, the one next to the Hive Dweller. Megos, yeah. Yeah, because I know Megos and Hive Dweller are almost 1-to-1. I'd say go with the Phoenician towards the edge, and then highlight up with the um Genestealer. So like edge highlight the hat with a Genestealer. And then no, I was thinking, so I thought you were talking like the hat, because I'm gonna do the hat a Avalon yellow. But yeah, yeah, because I was gonna do, yeah, I was gonna do the outside of the so the inner guard, the one that's uh like the corset, I'm gonna do in a Avalon, but I'm gonna do the um uh cloak that's on the back, probably like a black. Oh, I would say either that or let me see if I have it still. Nah, Dawnstone isn't gonna work. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I don't recommend using speed paint because I've been running into reactivation issues even after I've let it. Yeah, the 2.0. Yeah, Yeah. Hold on. Shoot. Do you have a what is it? That's the Gene Stealer. No, our Airman's gonna do. Oh, you could do well, Blood Red's gonna make her look like a freaking Christmas tree. So, or not Blood Red, Blood Angel's red. Yeah. You could do a what was the color? It's a contrast. I don't know if you have it. Skeletal. Yeah. Hold on. Latency. Yeah, skeleton horde would work for like the cloak in the back. Yeah. Well, then again, I find snake bite leather to be more of a hardened leather than anything. Yeah, well, big broad areas that aren't like that's the downside to contrast. They coffee stain. I'm also thinking of putting a Ace of Hearts in her hat just for the lulz. Mm, yeah. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, because I know the band on the hat is gonna be that Charizard orange. I'm gonna do the same with the Gordy once I finish this mini. Yeah. Vallejo or eh, Army Hit Painter has a good wood color. Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Can't tell if that's fabric or if that's her leg. Let me
Unmute.
guess, you had thing turned on that you didn't mean to have turned on.
No, unmute your TV. I haven't been talking all stream.
Of course you haven't, so it's just been me responding to you without any kind of...
Hey Lurker, are you still here, or am I just talking to lurkers?
Ooh, stream hiccup again.
God damn it. And fucking bitrate is being stupid. Okay, are we fixed or no?
Hold on.
Boop, doop, boop, boop. Nope.
Say something?
Ha ha ha, Lurker. No, I'm not here. I haven't been here the whole time at all. Uh-huh. You haven't... You've been here for 50 minutes and you... You haven't been here for 50 minutes, so you didn't notice I was talking... I wasn't talking? Oh god. So people thought Shiny was the person talking. Oh god. Oh god. You didn't say anything!
Well, hello everybody, this is now a Shiny Mew Paints stream.
Oh god.
Somebody clip it.
I'm pretty sure Lurker already did. He's probably clipped it multiple times. He's probably sent me something on Discord and I didn't click. Nope. God, that is probably the most scuffed I've done in a while. Oh god. Okay, are we... I don't know why bitrate is being so weird.
Have a look around.
Anything your heart... Yeah, I'm getting, I'm getting 2,000. Okay, what is that? 2,421.6 kilobits per second, which is normal, I think. Are we still glitching? No, it's just delayed, but I will take delayed over. Okay, is it actually something causing my problem? Because it feels like it is running slow.
It looks fine to me.
Well, I'm running at 73% CPU, but Streamlabs is running at about 15 now.
Do you have any other apps running on your PC aside from Discord?
So I've got
the streaming me.
So I've got Discord, VC Face, which is what this is. I've got Spotify, which is where the music's coming from. This.
And she's gone. This.
Did the stream actually just drop for you?
No. Voice call had a issue. Hold on. I'm being summoned for something.
God damn it.
No, you're still live on Twitch. I was just saying Discord must have...
Well, I'm wondering if it's because of Twitch, because of Streamlabs. The only thing I can think is maybe it's VC Face, but it's like... Because VC Face says it's taking 23% of the CPU, which I'm like, that's normal, I thought. So what else is fucking running?
Hold on, I'm being summoned. Let me...
Take your time. I'm just trying to get some stuff fixed. Alright, Lurko, while Shiny's doing their thing. So here's what I'm trying to say. Here's what I was asking you, because I thought you could hear me. Do we want to do this as leather or black? I don't really have a black leather. Oh wait, no, what I could do is I could paint it leather and then do a... and then use this on it. So then do we want to do a purple hat or to also do that in black? Because then we have to figure out what we're going to do the outfit. Because if we're going to do these two black, we might as well do this purple then. Okay, we might just have to close Chrome. Trying to see what I can do to free up some space.
I was gonna say, if you're watching stream via Chrome, that's probably your issue.
Well, I normally, when I'm doing paint streams, I've normally had it up so that if I have to do quick, like, shield mode or something like that, I can. Although, to be fair, I have shield mode. I just can't do others. I just can't raid without typing it into chat.
Yeah.
And okay, it dropped down a few percent. We're... Alright.
I was gonna say, you have your phone handy, right?
That's what I'm using to... That's what this is.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have two separate webcams. I've been using my phone this entire time. I should finally get my DSLR camera working and do it that way. So Lurka's saying do the cloak and hat in black, and then we'll do the dress purple. The corset shirt thing purple. For what I'm doing. Yeah, VC face is still taking up a lot of resources. I don't know why.
I'm trying to think.
God, this is why one of the things is once I get into the new place, I need to start looking into just finally buying a new PC.
Yeah.
Because it's like, at this point... Oh, God. The fact that you had to tell it in Discord is not a good sign there, Lurka. Yeah, I know Ironside, the people who do Vishoho's PCs, they're actually pretty damn good. It's just they're like $2,000 to $3,000 for their streaming line ones. For the ones meant for streaming, the gaming ones are actually pretty cheap for a PC.
Yeah.
And to be fair, technically you could probably stream on their gaming ones. It's just going to be meh.
You overloaded your brush there a little bit.
Oh, this brush has been the one that, if you notice, the paint's been creeping up it slowly. This is one of the many that I should probably throw out, but it keeps doing a decent job, so it's like, fine, you get to stay another paint session.
And then you've got me that's using the Army Painter brushes because that's all I can really afford.
These are Amazon. These are the Amazon ones that they recommend when you type in mini painting brushes. To be fair, I say this, it's like, it's not really up to the having nicer brushes helps. But they only really help when you're getting into like super specific types of paint schemes. Like, you don't need to go pay... Hey, J Wolf Spirit, how you doing? You don't need to go pay $50 for a mink hair brush.
Hey, Jay. Jay's one of my friends from VRChat.
Oh, how do you do? Yeah. I don't think you need... It's like... Unless you're somebody who's going to be painting like unless you're painting it like Golden Demon quality paint jobs every time, I don't think you need to buy like mink hair quality brushes for mini painting.
Yeah.
Buy the cheapo Amazon ones that have the super tiny tip like this one has. This is going to pretty much do everything you want. As long as the tip stays relatively fine, it's gonna do great. Now, to be fair, though, the Army Painter one is a lot better for painting, like, eyes and stuff. Because that's what this one is.
Yeah. That's the reason, Jay.
Hmm?
I was talking to chat.
Ah. Yeah, he's like, I'm okay, just let Sleepy since work tomorrow. Yeah. I'm both not going to have to worry about that next week and also have to worry about that. In a way. Alright, Lurka wants...
Hilarity, by the way, Jay.
Hmm? Oh, you're talking to him?
Talking to chat again.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize I keep hearing them in the side of my ear, and I'm like, what?
Do you mind me snitching on you, Nami?
Snitching on what?
The scuff that was happening earlier.
Go ahead.
So at the beginning of stream, Jay, Nami and I were talking over Discord. Well, little did Nami realize
Either works.
Nami forgot to turn on their audio for stream. So here's me just talking and responding to Nami here. And Nami didn't know they weren't streaming. Or they weren't straight. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't, like, talking.
You could just see my mouth moving, but I was like, you couldn't hear anything, and it didn't click because I thought I had fixed that on here by putting the spare mic on here, but I guess I didn't save it somehow. And Lurka, you recommended doing black leather, so I'm going to try a trick where I'm going to paint it this leather, and then I'm going to put Grim Black on it to make it really dark. Yeah.
Whew, that's a spicy Slim Jim, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, by the way, I will always say this: they them is fine, she her works. If you're gonna just say whatever feels right, just do it with respect.
Yeah. Well, my normal default is they.
I know.
So usually when I say like a different like pronoun, I'm like, ah, crap, I gotta remember to say they until they actually tell me.
I know. That's why I just put they them any on a Twitch. It's like, as long as you do it respectfully, you can call me whatever you want. I mean, you start being disrespectful, I have a band hammer on site. I think I'm going to do a red for the band. I'm just going to paint everything else up, the leather, and then paint it black over it. But yeah, speaking of...
Go up on brush size.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, and getting back to that painting conversation about, like, the brushes and stuff, I'd rather be somebody to look forward to for a beginner painter than having somebody be like, oh, I want to paint, like, Midwinter Minis or Miniac. Because those are the kind of guys where it's like, they are painting at a quality that's like, they are achievable, but you're a few years off from that. They're a lot of practice for what they are. Especially Miniac. Midwinter. Actually, I think I don't know. Have you? Okay, I should ask. Have you watched either of those videos? Those people's videos, obviously.
I've seen Miniac. I don't really watch them all that much anymore.
Yeah, he can be a little much.
Well, it's not that he's a little much. It's down to me having the time to actually like sit down and watch Miniac.
Yeah.
I know there's this one Red Twitch streamer that she's known to complain a lot.
Is it the guy who appears on? Is it the guy who appears on the podcast with him, or is it the?
No, different streamer entirely.
Ah. That's a very long list because there's a few people that's their whole shtick.
Well, it's I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she was complaining about how most minis that you see are highly fan service. Half of me was, yeah, I agree, but the other half of me is like, seriously, why are you complaining? You don't have to paint those minis anyway. It's like
Miniac and Miniac and Midwinter Minis, aka Guy, they both had that conversation, and it's like, yeah, we do need a lot more variety for minis. There's no real actual good answer for that question. Personally, it's like,
on the face of it, it's just like, you don't want to paint a model. Nothing saying you have to. Like, at the end of the day, the hobby is just paint what makes you feel good.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it comes from. Because the perfect example is, we'll go with Kingdom Death, who has a lot of. I can actually show this one. That's pretty much what their models look like. That's the one I can show anyway. Kingdom Death Monster. I have one of their models. It's just I can't show it behind me because I have all the ones that are painted. Oh wait, no. Where's the Satan twins? I think I have one still. Kingdom Death is one of those examples of, maybe if we toned it down a little, we could have more people painting these minis. But then there's stuff like GW where I'm like, I don't really see a need for any of them to be that way. I get the people who do it. I'm not going to say anything because I would actually paint a few of those. Because the early 2000s Slaanesh Demonettes, the original ones before they remodeled them, I would love to have them. It's just, I would have to make a ton of little black bars to put over them while I'm painting them. They're very pretty sculpts. I prefer the newer, but the funny thing is, I actually do prefer the newer Slaanesh cultists that came out just recently with that they're pulling. They came with the one where it's the big fat guy they're pulling along who looks like he's just eating like a buffet.
Yeah.
But to be fair with Slaanesh is excess. And technically they're also every 7 deadly sin but wrath. Technically.
Yeah.
So I expect them to have a lot of weird looking models. Do I think a Sister of Battle should be that way? No. The whole thing is they're battle nuns. I actually personally think Sisters of Battle need to have the chest plate redone.
Yeah.
You can still have it look like it's obviously a women's armor, but you don't need to make it so obvious. Because Mandalorian showed how to do it. If you look at all the female Mandalorian armor, it's like, that's clearly a woman. But the armor looks functional.
Yeah. As opposed to, standard RPG logic armor.
Yeah. And Sisters of Battle, their armor would probably be functional. It's just... it really accentuates the body more than it needs to. But I get why they're such an iconic army to paint anyway, so it's like, it's fine. I'm trying not to get into the political side of it, but it's like, yeah, there's a lot of minis that can get... There's a few minis where it's like, maybe we should tone it down. But then I also argue we need a lot more sexy men minis to paint.
Yeah.
There's one, and I'm friends with this person on TikTok. She sculpts a lot of men minis. Yeah. And she's got this one of like this demon librarian reading a book. And he's just got the most gratuitous... It's safe for work, but in the most not safe for work way possible, is the best way to describe this model.
Yeah.
Because nothing's showing that would make it not safe for work. But it's just the way he's posed. Just makes me go, okay then.
I've also got some files to send Janami.
Yes, Lurka. Oh.
Also, BRB, I'm gonna let this layer dry and then...
That's kind of what I was doing here with this purple, so... Take your time.
I'm gonna move... After I let the skin dry, I'm gonna move on to... the... hat.
Yeah, I'm trying to paint everything that needs to be leather, and then everything that's going to become black leather, I'm going to cover so that it's obvious what's regular leather and what's the black leather.
Yeah. I'd assume doing, like a brighter leather with a XV88 or a Nuln Oil wash will do the same thing.
I'm sure. Because I'm probably gonna do the Nuln Oil, and if that doesn't look dark enough, I'm just gonna bring this in. The Grim Black.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Get some good rest, J Wolf. Hope to see you again sometime. And why do you poke me, Lurka? Alright, now the question is, what hair am I gonna do? Because I'm trying to get all the base level layer stuff on first. Here, Lurka, what do you think? Shiny's doing pink hair. I don't know if I want to do pink hair or if I want to do... maybe black hair? No, let's not do black hair. Oh, I know why. Fuck no. No, if I had a good, like... If I had some good... If I had some good muted colors that would work for that, I would do it. I probably do, I just don't... It's like, I don't want it green, because obviously she's green. I've done enough black-haired gobos. Pink hair works, but... I don't know. Could do red, especially with the black outfit. Meh. Let's do... That's orange. I mean, we could do voluptuous pink, but let's do Blood Angels red. That's Gilliman flesh. Yeah, let's do Blood Angels red. I just noticed something I gotta fix really quick. Yeah, I'm still trying to get all the base coats on first, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna play around with. And I forgot to paint the thing across her belly. Yeah, I think when we blackwash this, that's going to look like bandages, so I don't mind. Oh, those are... That's going to be gold, actually. Then we're going to figure out what that band is in a second. I'm just trying to get to the point where we can start washing. The socks have got to be white just to be funny. Alright, let's see how this looks. We're going to thin this down a little bit. And then we're going to paint it on and try and treat it like a glaze. Maybe glaze is the bad word, not the word I'm looking for, but we'll see. Welcome back.
I have returned.
Hmm?
I was just saying I have returned.
Alright, it might need to be another layer of black on there, but... Making sure nobody was sending me like an actual message. I mean, it looks like really dark leather. Maybe not black leather like I was hoping. Yeah, kinda. We'll see once it gets dried. I mean, to be fair, she's a goblin. Black leather might be just really dirty leather.
And goblins aren't known to be cleanly.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll see, because it actually does kind of look like it might have worked as a black leather. What I'm doing. What do you think?
Yeah, that looks like a black leather.
So, Vallejo leather brown with a mildly diluted grim black works pretty well. Then.
Yippers.
And then we can have the regular leather sticking out so that you can actually see what the regular leather looks like. The funny thing is, I haven't even gotten to doing the second layer of skin tone yet. And she's already looking pretty damn good. Well, that's without a black wash, if you can see the legs. Just so you can give a difference between with and without the War Boss green.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
Yeah, just lightly putting some on just on top of this green. I just did it wrong, but I can fix it. I might put a little bit of a black wash here just to give it a little bit better shading. Glad you like it, Lurka. Yeah, like I said, just without a black wash, that already... Just lightly putting it on just so it kind of the dark green pops through.
Yeah.
We're going to do some Mephiston. I think we're going to do Mephiston red around the hat. A little band on there. Depends on how bad the cramp is, Lurka. He just asked, can you ignore a foot cramping foot?
Depends on how bad the foot's cramping.
Yeah, pretty much. I've had what felt like a cramp. I've had it before where I've woken up in the middle of the night, felt like my leg is cramping, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going back to sleep, I don't care. And then I've had like full on, my leg is just like bent in like the weirdest way, because it's like, nah. Had to just sit up and start chugging the water, my 40-ounce thing of water I keep pretty much with me at all times. My giant hydro flask. So where are you on your Gobbo right now? Shiny? Did I lose you? We might have lost shiny, I can't tell.
No, you didn't. I was grabbing something.
Ah. Yeah, I was asking where you're at the moment. Yeah, also, see what happens with the Vallejo paint once you put a little bit of a black wash on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reason why it's my go-to leather and wood. Now, if I could find a good go-to stone texture, that'd be really nice.
Dawn Stone.
Hmm?
Dawn Stone.
Eh. I don't think I have that one, actually. Shit. My old school trick is to paint this all black, dry brush gray, give it a black wash, then a brown wash, and then bring in a little bit of and then bring in a very light of the original gray back in,
Yeah.
and it's usually going to look like stone. But with doing the slap chop method, it almost kind of doesn't need to be done. You just need to do the black wash and brown wash.
Yeah. I just realized you're nearly done with yours and I'm still working on mine.
Honestly, I still have to do her shirt still because I'm debating on actually doing this lighter purple on it or not. Just doing it really thin. Or if I kind of like her this purple. If
Well,
I like,
if you have some Lamian medium, you can use it and turn it into a wash.
I could. Yeah, let's do that because I still have a little bit of Lamia medium. Did I throw it out already? Oh, I'm looking right at it. Well, I still also have to do the face. I've been pushing off doing that. I usually push that off till last.
Yeah.
Too much. What's funny is I've not been using it much, but I'm almost out of it.
Yeah. Lamian medium drives out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about it was I was using it to thin my paints for a while because it actually works a little bit better than water, but not much. But so far I've been getting a lot better with speed paints anyway. With water it works better, even though there is speed paint medium.
Yeah.
Although I think Speed Paint Medium is supposed to work more on 1.0, even though they released it with 2.0.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, 2.0 has been a shit show compared to 1.0.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me none.
Yeah. Alright, is that too bright, or should we just come in with a black wash to bring everything together?
Sorry, I was mid-brushstroke when you said something.
I was kind of just mumbling it out. I was like, I don't know if I want to bring in a black wash and tone it down a little, or if I like that purple where it's at.
I'd highlight the raised edges of the thing with the dry brush of the Gene Stealer.
That's what I just put all over her. That's the funny thing.
Okay.
So that's all Gene Stealer right now. So I need something a little bit brighter than Gene Stealer. Or what I can do is I can take some black wash and put it in the crevices, and that'll make it pop. Let's do that. Because I went the dumb way. Alright, what do you, well, here's the thing. What do you and Lurka think? For her outfit now. I tried to take some dark black wash into some of the crevices.
Looks good.
Alright, so...
I'm going to call it a night.
Alright.
Have a good rest of your night.
Alright, I'll probably be done in the next, 20-30 minutes, so I'll probably send you a screenshot of what it looks like once it's done.
Alrighty.
Alright. Talk to you later.
Laters.
Bye. If anyone else in chat would like to join the Discord call, go ahead. If you're in Discord. If not, I will post that real quick. If not, I will just chat with you guys for a bit. Where is my flesh tone pink? Where's my scar tissue? Because that makes the best tongue color. go. All right. Well, howdy there, Lurka. How you doing?
Hello?
Hello. Well, how you doing? Hmm?
Having a panic attack?
Oh. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember adding you. Okay. Oh, it's your Discord profile picture. That's interesting.
Yeah, I just saw that. I didn't even notice.
Because that's why I was like, wait, when did I add? I don't remember adding the Fugi for you. And I'm like, oh, it's because of... Thanks, Shiny. You unintentionally helped me do something. See, now that would be a trick. If I could get Nero on to see if his image appears next to you. Or next time we do a paint with friends, have you and Shiny pop in at the same time. Yeah, that'll work. Now we just do 2 little slits to represent the cat eyes that I'm thinking. So what are you up to? Weren't you supposed to have a game today? Weren't you supposed to have a Warhammer game today? Larka?
No, that got moved to Sundays, where his new day off.
Ooh, nice. You gonna use your guys I painted now? Or are you still gonna use the other army you were planning to do?
We had this game scheduled for like a week before, but with all the hospital thing, we're just gonna do that game. Then next time I'll be using the Word Bearers.
Nice. Yeah, well, let me know how they go, because that'll be nice to know if my army paint gets you any luck or anything. Okay. Before I regret this, do they look fine or do they look derpy? I can't tell.
What does?
The eyes. It's like they almost look derpy, at least in the camera, but at the same time they don't. And it's bugging me. And I can't tell if they're off or if it's just me. Like, on the stand, she's gonna look fine. Okay, where does her foot go is the question, because I didn't think about that. Like that, okay. bring in a brown wash on the rocks, and then we'll do a light dry brushing of gray. Or maybe we'll try doing some Lamia medium. So Cat's still giving you trouble?
Of course, he jumped on my head this morning and scratched me.
Aww. It's like your head looks like the perfect scratching post. Let me just stick my claws in. The fuck was that sound?
I'm gonna turn into shark face. You don't quit.
I have to make sure that wasn't Reichland flesh shade. That was just very weirdly flesh toned. And let's do a Lamia medium gloss. So you plan to paint up any minis soon, or?
Yeah, I have one plan. I just haven't decided what.
Sorry, I'm trying to clean this out really quick because I noticed it's kind of gunked up. Yeah, you can always tell when you use a Citadel a lot as they get gunked up like this.
This is so much easier than typing.
Oh yeah. This is kind of what I always intended Wednesday paint sessions to be. I just never did it, and then Shiny was finally like, hey, how about we do this? And I'm like, okay. Thought I was about to get splattered in the face by this stuff.
The kitten is trying to eat my cord.
Yeah, kittens are just embodiments of chaos.
My sister has a cat named. My sister has a cat named Chaos.
Yeah, it's just a very fitting cat name. Where did my tool go that I normally use to do this? Okay, are you gonna close at least if I do this? No, you're not. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the weirdest cat name I've had so far, and it's like, all my cats have had relatively normal names. There we go. That one's gonna close right. That was gonna bug the shit out of me if I didn't do that. Well, you watch anything interesting lately? I should ask if you watched it.
I'm not sure. I have to think about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've only really been watching YouTube lately because I've canceled Netflix and I've canceled HBO.
There are free movies on YouTube.
I know. I just haven't really watched any movies on there. I watched something on Disney. The last thing I watched on Disney Plus was Ant-Man and Quantumania.
I need to get Disney Plus.
It's one of the few. As much as I try not to support Disney and some of their business practices, they are kind of annoyingly one of the better ones for streaming apps. I mean, mainly because they were kind of forced to do it. Netflix has been going downhill since a while now.
I have a 5-year-old, so Disney Plus is very helpful.
Oh god, it will be. Trust me, just all the cartoons you can put on. Hell, put Bluey on, you'll actually be watching that with her.
Actually, I do. I love Bluey.
Yeah, unfortunately, you'll be getting the Disney version, which is missing like 3 episodes. Because for some reason they don't want it in America, so you have to watch you have to get it from Australia to get all the episodes. Alright, do we want to do Hexwraith Flame? I don't really have anything else that would kind of work for the glowy effect. For the smoke effect. Unless I want to do a dry brush, unless I want to put a black wash on, and then do a very light dry brushing of white and make it just regular smoke. But she's a witch, so it should have some sort of like spooky thing going on. Purple wash. What do you think? Purple wash the smoke?
Yes, definitely.
Alright, Druchii Violet. Let's get it all cover it, and then I'll go through it into the darker spots. Yeah, I definitely think for mini painting streams, or at least Wednesdays, we'll have the Discord call going so people want to join. Debating on making Monday this way too, but we'll see.
As long as it's not too many people, because if it's too many people, it gets kind of hectic.
That's kind of why with the Monday one, I wouldn't mind it just being me, and then Wednesdays will be everybody joining. So then if it's chaos, it's just chaos. Okay, now to go through and cover all the little lines with the darker stuff so that it looks like it's flowing.
NMM will always be one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Yeah, he can be good. I haven't really listened to any of his newer stuff if he's released anything recently. I can't tell if it looks more like pink slime or if it kind of has that smoky effect I was going for. What do you think?
I like it.
Either way, it's going to work with what we're going for. I think let's let it dry and we'll see in a second. Because we're kind of committed now with how much I just put on it. Because the only way to fix it would be to repaint it all white and then put the Hex Wraith on there. And I have nothing to do for 30 minutes. Once this is all dry.
Something else?
I could. I'm just letting this dry before I glue it up, and that'll be an excuse to like take 2 or 3 minutes while we chat. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what I've watched recently. It's just been mostly like YouTube videos, like a few different Let's Play series that are going on, and I think just some like stuff. Like some tutorials for mini painting stuff. Nothing really like, oh my gosh. Today was Bill Making Stuff, if you've ever heard of his YouTube channel. Him and a few other guys who like to do scratch bashing stuff. Scratch building stuff. They all met up in New Orleans recently for something. And him and Boy Like Hobby Times have both talked about it, so we'll see what the rest of them do. Bill Making Stuff is the one. Well, funny enough, Bill Making Stuff and Midwinter Minis have both inspired me to kind of want to start doing some scratch bashing paint builds soon. Because I've got a robot that's about the perfect size for a Gargant. A robot toy that's about the right size for a Gargant.
Do it.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's just I don't have the time right now to do it. Because I'm gonna either have to melt down some sprue pieces and turn them into boards, or I'm gonna have to find a good plastic alternative and carve them out. Let's see here. You're probably old enough to remember this toy. Do you remember commercials for a remote control robot called a Rad 2.0?
Maybe. My memory's a little fuzzy.
It's this little white robot. It's about like a foot and a half tall, give or take. It's got this little chest cannon thing on it. And the advertisement was like, oh, you can use it to help it's this robot that can help defend your room and also like help you clean up and stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a piece of it was a cool toy for what it was when it came out, but it's like, what do you think about it? It's like, oh, it's a servo motor. It's a single servo motor that lets it lean forward and backwards, and these two servo motors that would open and close the arms. But it was like, that's all they did is they just went,
You remember that stupid dancing robot?
If you're talking about the Sharper Image one, yeah, that actually was a little bit more advanced and actually was kind of cool. I think that was Rob. Was that one?
Yeah.
But the reason I was bringing up the Rad 2.0, I didn't want to try and look up the image because I was messing. It was already bringing up Chrome already was messing with my stream earlier. That's the robot I'm talking about using. So if you want to Google what a Rad 2.0 robot is, I think I could get away with it long enough to show the picture. Yeah, let's do it. Because I don't have the picture easily accessible right now. I was trying to just find a decent image of it so I can show what it looks like. That's a video.
My friend is going to be the death of me.
What happened?
She sent over pictures of very good cosplays.
Ah. Those kind of pictures.
They're safe for work. It's just I wasn't expecting cosplay.
It's always how it goes. This one's antennas are messed up because they're supposed to be straight up, but I'm going to post this image. I'm going to put this image in on stream. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to take that thing. I'm going to see if I can recover the LEDs in it, if it has LEDs. And I want to try and turn it into a Gargant. That one's actually not taken very well care of because it has that problem with like anything from like the 90s made of white plastic. It just yellows. But mine weirdly has not, and I'm not going to question why it hasn't. Either way, though, it's going to get mostly sanded down. It's going to get a lot of Orky paneling and stuff like that. And I'm going to see if I can change out the battery, because it's one of those stupid old school remote control car batteries in it. I want to put like just a regular AA or AAA just so the LEDs turn on. Although if I can get it to work, if I can get it working, it might be funny to have it being able to roll across the table and just replace the sound with orc sounds. What do you think?
Do it.
I know it's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to be a stream thing or if it's going to be a video for the Red Twitch. I think we're dry enough we can glue. It might be one of those things where I'll assemble certain aspects of it and paint it on stream, but for the most part it'll be like the whole process will probably be on Red Twitch.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize what you were talking about. Like,
I don't know if I can say... Twitch is weird when it comes to mentioning other websites. Sometimes you can get away with saying it. Sometimes they're just like, no. I'm pretty sure I can get away with saying YouTube, which is Twitch Red. For those of you who are wondering in chat. Twitch Blue, I can't mention on here. But I can tell you there's a lot of fans on there. And Green Twitch is the thing you do to a football when you're trying to get it into a field goal. But Yellow Twitch is the one I keep debating on actually doing or not. I mean, Green Twitch is the one I keep debating on doing or not. But, what do we think?
looks good so far.
Does it get the approval?
United States of Smash.
There we go. Let me finish the base up and then we can say we're done, and then I'll find something to do for like 15 minutes.
She did a Aerith cosplay and a Demon Slayer cosplay.
Oh boy. Let me guess. Pink hair butterfly girl? Because I forget her name off the top of my head.
Pink hair, yes. She wasn't the butterfly. She was the strong, scary Hashira.
There was only one pink haired character. Alright, let me look that up. Because Demon Slayer is one of those ones where I've experienced it through clips because I've haven't wanted to commit to it. Hashira?
Yeah, her name is Mittsuri.
Say it again.
Mittsuri.
Umitsuri. Yeah, her. That's who I was talking about. She's the pink-haired butterfly. She's got the butterfly wings thing going on with her. Maybe I'm mixing two characters up in my head.
Yes, you definitely are.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one who's got the butterfly wings thing going on.
Yeah, the poison Hashira.
Yeah.
I'm watching Tom and Jerry on Tubi. I am so happy.
Yeah, it's like it's funny that I guessed right on it being the pink hair, being her, Mitsuri. I believe is how it's pronounced. Mitsuri. The fact that I guessed it right on the character, I just didn't guess what her ability was hilarious. There's a lot of animes where it's like, oh wow, that looks really cool. I just don't feel like committing to watching a non-dubbed series right now.
I watched it dubbed. It was pretty good.
I know, it's just there's always part of me that wants to watch it dubbed so I can dubbed. Although I do know for a fact that Attack on Titan, the dub is better than the actual Japanese version. Because I have a friend who can speak. I had a friend who could speak Japanese. I haven't talked to them in forever. We were watching Attack on Titan when it came out, and she's like, "They are so boring. They're speaking in like the monotone version of Japanese." For the Japanese of it. But the funny thing is, the English subtitles were like really hyping everything up.
Yeah, Mitsuri's weapon is a whip.
Yeah, I saw. Alright. I thought it was already 9:15. I just looked down. I'm like, it's 9:14. Shit. Oh, do you drink Gamer Supps or anything like that?
Nope.
If you want a recommendation for a flavor, the Flor Cacao's anime thighs is actually pretty good. It is a peach and cream. To be fair, I don't think I've had a bad flavor from Gamer Supps. I've just had kind of meh flavors where it's like, yeah, I don't need to buy that again. But if you're a fan of Shy Lily, her flavor is pretty good. It tastes like a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Come on, Gamer Supps. I am begging you to give me a sponsorship. I want... I would...
Things you'll do for some.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the few brands where it's like, I would... There's a lot of stuff where it's like, I really don't want this to be one of my sponsors. And then there's stuff like Gamer Supps where it's like, come on, I literally have the perfect stuff for you to be sponsored for, to sponsor with. My only issue is you don't have a good orange flavor. Because you don't have an orange flavor as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I like to drink Prime. They have pretty good flavors.
I've had the blue one and I've had the red one. They're decent. The blue one tastes like blue Powerade to me. Which, to be fair, that's basically what the non-energy drinks are. Is they're just Powerade and Gator. They're just Powerade or Gatorade. The hydrating stuff. They're good. If they're I had their orange one recently. I'm like, their orange mango, actually. Too mangoey. It had too much mango. I'm looking for something that's cheaper than Monster. Because that's the one Monster I will always buy like a 4 or 6. If I'm doing like traveling anywhere, I'll buy like a 6-pack of those so I have them instead of having to make coffee. I'm just trying to find shit to talk about right now.
My 2 terrors are sleeping together, and it's terrifying by the door.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to like the energy drinks, I like the Prime was good. It's just it didn't really give the kick I was hoping for. Then again, I used to drink an energy drink called Cocaine, so that is not the one I'm looking for. Oh, shiny. There. I don't know if I have to keep adding sources for you guys, but I might. I don't know. We'll see. It might be one of those things where it's just going to be Discord popping up and it'll switch between people. Or I have to just keep adding them. Yeah. To be fair, I also drink... My coffee that I drink is Death Wish. Usually in the morning. So that should tell you how bad of a caffeine addict I am.
I have never drank coffee, ever.
It's not for everyone. Here, I'm going to take my phone off so we can close camo at least. There we go. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I know coffee's not for everybody, which is why I don't. Which is why if people like it, I'll be like, here's my recommendations. I drink Death Wish because it's like it actually does taste decent to me. Although I know there's some coffee snobs who are like, it's burnt and it's like all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, but it wakes me the fuck up. And that's all I need my coffee to do in the morning. If I want my coffee to taste good, I will make coffee later in the day that tastes good. But, yeah. Like I said, I got nothing else to talk about. We could bring up, like, a video for the next 10 minutes at this point, but... meh. Okay. Did closing... Okay, that's interesting. Closing camo. Never mind, it went back up to 60%. I gotta see if there's a way I can like use VC Face differently. Because the sad part is, I think I have a PC currently that is processor-wise more powerful than this PC. but everything else, it's probably crap compared to my PC right now. Actually, I should look, because if that PC's actually good, I might start converting that thing into an actual workable thing. Because maybe it might be time to retire my old beast and just use something new.
So what are you gonna do with your old one if you do get a new one?
I'll probably turn it into a media server. Or I'll use it as a secondary machine. So this is an option for streaming. What I can do is I can run all the streaming software through one PC and then capture card my gaming PC, because it's still a pretty decent gaming PC. It's just it can't really handle gaming and streaming, because there's a few games where I've played them on stream and they were buggy as hell while streaming, but I know for a fact this PC could handle them when I wasn't streaming. BioShock's a perfect example of that. BioShock, I played that game at max settings on this PC, but the minute I started streaming is when we had like all the weird glitches and stuff happen, and where we had that famous clip of yours where I'm being all cocky, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this, and you say something, and then you said like, aren't you supposed to be going to bed? And I'm like, what? And the game literally crashed as soon as you said that.
That was so amazing. That will never happen again.
It will never happen that perfectly again, no. Yeah, that is a perfect example of, I've beaten BioShock 2 on this PC. I know this PC can handle it. Because this PC was built after BioShock 1 and 2 came out. Now, it might have been the fact that it was the remaster editions, but from what I've heard everybody said, it's like, if your PC could run the originals, it'll run the remasters fine. Because all they did is they did a slight graphics overhaul. What weirds me out is yesterday, I was console capturing, which means I'm literally only running the streaming software and VSeeFace, which is my motion tracker. The only thing I could think is maybe my camera's now too high quality, which I made that joke when I got this thing, because I got a nice newer 1080 camera that can do 30 frames a second. Maybe that's what's causing my problem, but that's still weird.
Yeah, yesterday was definitely weird.
Now, it could also be, maybe this is just my PC's way of saying, hey, the processor's dying, you might want to just get ready to put this thing down. Because I have been doing a lot more with this PC than I normally do. Normally this thing really was just a web browser and occasionally gaming on it. Now I've actually been putting this thing through a ringer, and it might be like, hey, it's time. You waited 10 years. Might be time. That also should be a sign right there. This thing's 10 years old and it's still chugging along perfectly fine. This thing went through...
Yeah, it was bugging me. Like, I was trying to remember, like, how long have I been following you? So I went into your YouTube logs. I'm like, oh, I've been following for this long.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. This PC is like 10 years old. This thing has been chugging, and the fact that it's made it this long, yeah. That is kind of why I have that up there in the corner. But I think I'm about to take that one off, because that is a model from last year when I created the throne. And I might put a different PC on that's a little bit better than that one. But we might still have the same challenge go for it, where it's like, hey, if this thing gets funded, I'm going to make like shirts that exclusively say like Nami Sugar or something. It'll just be like a quick like small run of like, hey, if you give me $20, I'll make you a shirt.
Oh, really?
Don't do that. Don't do that one right now. That one's gonna get replaced. Whenever I put the new one on, that's when you can do it.
Well, I know that.
Yeah. That's always been the joke. If you click on the link for Throne and you look at that PC, it says, "Hey, if this gets funded, I will make merch." Like I said, it's going to be over a certain amount. Will be what you get. Will be what it is. Because I had like these whole plans where it's like, oh, if somebody raises $100, I'll do a Dakimar. I'll make like Dakimaros or something, and I'm like, you don't have the money to do that. You can do T-shirts because you can get like 100 of those and put logos on them. Stickers are cheap. T-shirts are cheap. Not a Dakimara. I would like to get one made. But I need a lot more art for that. And I am nowhere near ready for that commitment yet.
But yeah, I really love the paint job you did for my word bearers.
I'm glad you like them. Yeah, contrast paints allow for such really cool stuff. And I just love how they work. I will say this, because I packed them early, I didn't get to clear coat them, so I would be careful handling them, but honestly, clear coats, if you really want to clear coat them, from what I've heard, modern paints don't really mind fingerprints and stuff, but if you really want to clear coat it, Wally World has if you get the Rust-Oleum matte clear, just do 2 light coats and it'll be strong enough to handle it. If you really want them to have a protective layer, but the modern paint should handle most of the time how you're going to play with them.
Yeah, we play like maybe once a week, so it wouldn't be too bad.
Well, when I say how you're handling them, obviously not grabbing them with like super sweaty hands that might break up the paint. It takes a lot to make modern paint break off from models. If this was like I was using paint from the 80s or 90s, I would say clear coat that shit right now. Or I would have probably done it for you. But if any of them start to look like they're flaking, just 2 coats of the Rust-Oleum matte clear should do it from a decent far away from it. It's like $2. It's like $2 to $5 a can, compared to GW's, which is like $15 for their clear coat. If they start to look like they're chipping or anything, I would do it quickly. I usually just make that part of my process for this. It's just I'm not going to have anywhere soon to use that kind of stuff for a bit. But here's the question: who are we going to go raid? I'm looking at you, Little Marine. That is actually now nice. That's actually now a nice thing to do with this Discord chat. Is I can just stare you down like, "Hey, what you doing down over there?" I cannot move that much. Ooh, we're doing Lucifer again? How recently did we do them?
Last week.
I know we did them last week, I was just seeing. Who did we do last week? Who did we do yesterday?
Dusa Greco.
Oh, right. I forgot to put her in my book.
I love how you just pick one person a week.
Well, I try not to repeat too much, and I try and do different people. Unless they're like, ooh, I haven't talked to that person in a while. Like Caldonia, we haven't done in a long time, and I see she's on. We did her 2 weeks ago. Sorry, I'm trying to get ready for a rating out. Why?
Yeah, I've been following Lucifer for a long time. She's a good friend.
Yeah. Well, you didn't see what happened with my hair just now where I turned my head and it got stuck on my shoulder and it was just in my face. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Alright, we've got... So we've got Lucifer, who's doing Beyond Two Souls. We could also go raid Lasgar Lockman. Haven't done them in a very long time. If you want to support an orc.
Yeah, let's go with them.
Lasgar? Alright, so he's got Lucifer with Beyond Two Souls, Lasgar with Minecraft, Jet Set Gaming with Diablo 4. They might be playing with Yarko. And where's Caldonia? Oh wow, damn, Caldonia's. Oh, she's doing a street. She's doing a. Okay, she's playing War Thunder. She's either legitimately playing it or she's doing a sponsored stream.
Sponsored stream.
Caldonia, then.
Sure.
It's
a nice surprise.
It's gotta be one because it's like I don't know of many people who play War Thunder. I mean, I know there's people who probably actually enjoy it and play it, but it's like most of the time I see people who don't play War Thunder out of nowhere playing War Thunder. I'm like, let me guess, sponsored stream.
Because I remember she got sponsored by them, so that's
Yep.
why she's probably playing.
Yeah, let's go help another VTuber out who's doing a sponsor stream. I should really do one soon for that, for them or for that game or Star Trek. I need to take a picture of this one time, but I actually do have a little book where I write down who I've rated last. Just so I can be like, okay, how long ago did we do them? I'll send you a picture of it on Discord.
Cool. I actually want to see that.
You can't read my writing because my writing sucks, but it's like, yeah. I figured it's like, I've got this little book where I'm just going to start writing in it and just see who I've rated. Like a history of who I've rated the most often. But yeah, let's go help Caldonia out with her sponsored stream. And then if Lasgar is streaming tomorrow, we'll do Lasgar. Because Lasgar, the closer it gets to coming out, if it's not during my move, me, Lasgar, and potentially Announcer of Games, I'm not making promises, we might do co-op for Space Marine 2. Because it's a 3-player co-op.
I really want to see that game.
Yeah, I do too. Alright. The fact she's got a little Captain Hat on too tells me, yeah, this has got to be her sponsor team. Alright, so we're going to go say hi to Caldonia. If nothing happens tomorrow that keeps me from being able to stream, because like I said, my schedule is really weird right now, we will be back with Bolt Gun, or I'm going to rage quit and we're going to play more Tears of the Kingdom.
That's probably what really gonna happen. You're gonna rage.
The funny thing is, we've never actually gotten to see me rage. We've just seen me go. You've heard me just put like my controller down and be like, "We're gonna go do something else before I actually rage." Because as much as it would be fun to do on stream, it's not going to be fun for me. It's one thing when I'm playing a game where you're meant to rage and get mad at it. It's another when I'm raging for a game that I shouldn't be raging at. Bolt Gun, I feel, is one of those games I should not be raging at. Especially on medium difficulty. Like, I would understand if I was on hard or expert difficulty in that game. That's like, yeah, that's just bullet hell. But medium, it's like, I should be at least able to play this. And the annoying part is, I have found out, that's just the end of Chapter 2. There's one more chapter.
Ah, god damn. You're in trouble.
Yeah. This is one of those games where I'm like, I don't want to download Cheat Engine. I want to beat this legitimately. I also think this might be one of those games where it's like, oh no, I forgot we had it on the stream list. Don't pay attention to any other games that I haven't finished. I think I'm up to 2 now that I haven't finished the game. On purpose. Well, Atomic Heart is just, Atomic Heart needs a lot of fixes before I go back to it. And if the DLC promises to do a lot of those fixes, I'll probably go back and finish it. Stalker...
You want to know what the last gun is?
Oh, I've seen it, and it's like, it's basically the BFG, but it's... I've seen it. It's like a las weapon or something like that, but it's a fucking huge-ass las weapon.
It's a grav cannon.
Yeah. It looked... All I saw is I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to spoil myself. This is one of those games I probably don't mind spoiling it, because it's just like, you're going to defeat the heretics. You are a blueberry. You're going to defeat the heretics. Will you die at the end of this game? Maybe. Will the Inquisition be like, knock knock, motherfucker? Maybe. We don't know. But the fact that this game is canon to Space Marine is interesting. Alright, we've been delaying long enough. Let's go raid Caledonia. I'm gonna start... Did she end her stream? No, she didn't. No, I don't want to guest star. I want to raid. Or did she turn it off? Alright, let me start this... Alright, we're gonna go raid Lasgar instead. It's not letting me raid her, so I'm wondering if something's up with... Let's try somebody else. If it doesn't work, then we'll just end the stream.
Remember, this happened last time we tried to raid her.
Caledonia? No. The last time we had this issue was when we tried to raid, I don't even see them on, because normally they are. Yeah, she's not on tonight. Normally she is.
It was Caledonia, because I talked to her about it.
Weird. And it does look like... I can't tell if it actually is a sponsored stream. I'm in it because I was trying to see if I could just be in it when I jumped, but it's like it's not working. Yeah, let's go do Lasgar. We haven't done Lasgar in a very long time. Really? Oh, you know what? I wonder if I wonder if that's a new thing with like mature audience markings. Is like if they don't allow you to raid anymore. God, that'd be stupid as hell. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna send. I think it's just you at the moment, Lurka. But if not, because Twitch does seem to be weird and doesn't tell me how many viewers I've got, I'm gonna send you over to Lasgar, who is playing some Minecraft. Because we haven't said hi to them in a very long time on stream. Weird. Okay, fuck it. It's letting me do it. Alright, I will see you tomorrow, or I will let you guys know what happens.
So I'll see you Monday.
If not, I'll see you Monday. Have a good evening. Have a good rest. Bye, my lovelies.
Magical creature.
Come on, if that's the line, then I mean.
She's technically a mythological creature.
Sorry,
See you
Nami,
later.
that you came in on this conversation.
See you later,
Welcome to
Lurka.
the stream.
She's a mythological creature. She wouldn't be an anthropomorphic character.
That's not the question. That,